Okay, again, I have come back to all of you. And now only limited time as we have with us, because one of our CR of Division 2, Animesh, he informed me that there is address by Vice Principal, Amy and Dean. So at 8 o'clock we are going to conclude. But before that, as usual, any one of us, would you like to share any or ending our today's evening? Any thought for the day, like we say, no? So morning, it is okay, thought for the day, but thought for the concluding remark for the day. Anybody would like to share? Come on, yaar, you, all of you, every now and then you are looking at your WhatsApp and many other gadgets you have with
Sir, honesty is best policy.
Yes. Tell me.
Honesty is best policy.
Honesty is the best policy. Okay, very good. Well, so from my side also, I would like to share with you. एक ही नाम के नाम और काम, ये दोनों में से व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? अपना जो काम है ना, अपना कर्म, दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, क्योंकि काम से ही हमारी पहचान अपने सोसाइटी में हो जाती है। लेकिन एक ही नाम के काफी सारे मेंबर तो हमारे साथ इसी सोसाइटी में रहते हैं। डू यू बिलीव इन दिस कि एक ही नाम के, जैसे अभी कोई भी नाम ले लो, मेरा ही नाम ले लो या अभिषेक नाम के कितने सारे हमारे दोस्त रहेंगे, लेकिन जो काम जो है, कर्म जो है हर एक का, वही हमारी पहचान इस पूरे सोसाइटी में बनाता है। सो व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट? कर्म इज इंपॉर्टेंट, काम जो है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है। धीरे धीरे as we start working on our passion, when we are totally focused, then one day you will come to know that you are known because of your work. Yes, very good. Om, he has given कल करे सो, आज करे सो अब, तो ये भी बहुत ही बढ़िया thought है। And another thought is given by one of our other friend, that is a smooth sea never made a skillful sailor. Absolutely. So such a wonderful interaction we have today, and just I want to remind you, last time what we have seen, we talked about how to construct the isometric basic tool. We were talking about the isometric projection. Then last time we talked about that there is a difference between isometric view and isometric projection. And whenever we talk about isometric view, we said that the dimensions which are given in the question as a part of input, all those dimensions we are going to measure as it is for constructing our answer. Am I audible properly? Loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and the delivery speed is also okay, or you want to make it fast? Or okay. Delivery speed, is it okay, or you want to make it fast or go slow, like that? Any input from your side?
Okay, sir. It's okay.
Okay, thank you, Sahil. So, there's a couple of points I just wanted to remind you that in isometric projection, we are talking about two terms. One is the isometric view and the other one is isometric projection. And last time we said that in case of isometric view, dimensions without applying converting factor, we are going to measure as it is. If 100 millimeter is given in the question as the input, then same 100 millimeter that will be measured in the answer also. But in case of projection, for getting projection, we are going to apply multiplying factor. And how much, or what is that factor? How much is the number? Can you give me answer in the chat box? Last time we talked about one multiplying factor. By multiplying, we are going to get reduction in the size. So to what level we are getting reduction, and how the projection will be differentiated from the view, that we have touched upon in our previous class. So any one of you in the chat box, your answer for my question. My question is, what is the multiplying factor for getting isometric projection? No one? Do you remember that we talked about this isometric box?
Sir, your screen is not shared, sir.
No, that is okay. Right now, screen is not shared.
So can you repeat the question?
Question is, what is the multiplying factor for getting isometric projection? No answer. Yeah. Tell me now, the screen is visible? Screen, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So my question, again, I will repeat. That in case of isometric projection, what factor we are going to use? Because there is a reduction in size, and all of you will remember. Acha, you tell me, last time have we talked about the isometric box?
Yes, sir.
आइसोमेट्रिक बॉक्स ये हमने सुना था क्या? नहीं. We are talking about isometric scale. Okay. And my assumption is that whatever we are listening, whatever we are learning, some points all of you must be noting down in your notebook. Because suddenly if you look at the notes are going to support us in understanding when we have the basic knowledge of the terms what we are using in learning our knowledge. So I said that there is a difference between projection and view. So for the view, what I said, that there is no reduction in scale, 100% same measurement that will be taken for making the sketch. But in case of projection, it will be multiplication factor is 0.812. So the actual dimension given, that will be multiplied by 8.812. So that means whatever figure we are going to make, that will be to the scale of 81.2%. So that means it is lower down, or the scale, reduction scale, it has been applied from 100%. We are coming down to 81.2%. So again, I want reply from you that, do you remember this point? Do you remember this point? See, all of you, you can unmute and you can talk with me. Do you remember? Ronak, what do you want to say? Ronak 8043. Abhishek Kumar 8001. Ronak, you will be absent in today's class. Acha, anybody else? Anyone else? Aditya, Abhiskar Mohanty. Aman Godra, Akshay Vinod. See, those who are participating and giving me answer, they will be noted at my end for the credits. Credit points you are going to get at the time of when we physically meet, no? So that time you will come to know that I have record with me. And if you want to keep yourself as totally disconnected, or totally you want to go on the unmute, from unmute mode to mute mode, so that is up to you. When the opportunity is given, one should take opportunity. That is what I believe. Bhuvan Biradar. Karan Saxena. Kriti Sanklecha. Tell me, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I will not take you further for the next point unless you talk with me. You see, I believe that subject learning, it is possible anywhere. And that is why there are some people, they are taking admission for the distance learning program, and we have in our country, there are many universities which are offering distance learning program. Or there are much information available there on the YouTube, but it does not mean that we learn everything through YouTube. And that is why the practically we are supposed to be together. Frequency matching, it has to be there. Subject learning, that is secondary. Understanding is the primary thing. Understanding each other and understanding about the course. Concept understanding is very important. Delivery, that is secondary. So जिसका नाम मैं पुकारूंगा, अगर उसने जवाब नहीं दिया, तो then he will be absent in the class. So Aditya Srivastava, have you understood that reduction in scale that will be there, and 81.2% we are getting the size of the component in place of 100% when we talk about draw isometric projection. Okay. Another thing, do you remember that isometric basic tool, that is construction of isometric box? That point also we have studied last time. Do you remember? That there is a ground line. We take ground line, and then on this ground line, anywhere the suitable point that will be taken as a point of origin. Then we said that three isometric axes which are representing three dimensions. Which are three dimensions of the given component? One is overall length of the component, second is overall height of the component, and third is overall
width.
Yes. So these three components, these are going to be there, these three dimensions, these are getting represented by three lines. Out of that, the line representing height, that will come out from the origin and it will be drawn perpendicular to the ground line at the point of origin. Second line, next line, it will come on the right of the origin, but at some angle. Third line, it is going to come on the left of the origin, again at angle. And this angle, last time we said that this angle also it is going to be fixed. Every time in isometric view or isometric projection, this angle, it is going to be 30 degree always. So here, for getting this isometric box constructed, what we said last time, that from the end points of the isometric axis. So here, if I take this length as axis, from the end point, we are going to get line parallel to the height axis. And for joining the open two ends of the vertical line, line parallel to the length axis, that will be taken, and you get the formation of one of the isometric plane. This point, if it is understood by you, you are going to give score in the chat box. Out of 10, for your understanding, how much score you want to give? Quickly. Out of 10, how much you want to give? Press the button. Okay, Sahil is saying 10, Darshan, and Om, Animesh, Ayush. So, formation of one isometric plane that we obtained, and what we said, that length is taken on the right of the origin. This is height of the component. With length and height, we are going to get two dimensions. And in case of, if I say that this is the orthographic view of the given component, and this is XY line, then thereafter we get another view. We get another view down below XY, and that is also looking from the top. It will be another, you can say square, another square. So even though it is reflecting as like a rectangle, but we will take right now that front view and top view both are squares, perfect squares. So here, this dimension is length and this is height, and this view, we call it as front view of the given object. Looking from the top, we are going to get top view. Out of that, length is common in between front view and the top view. But the other dimension is, that is width of the object. So with this, length is also given in the question, height is also given in the question, and width of the object also, it is given, breadth of the object. So this front view, it requires length and height. So length is taken, height is taken. That means this plane, isometric plane, it is meant for front view to think, front view to place. Similarly, now the other side, that is line going on the left of the origin, from the end point which is free, again I am taking a vertical line equal to the height of the object, and the free ends we are joining, and this line we know that it is representing third dimension, that is width. This is height of the component. So width and height, width and height, these two dimensions we are going to get in side view. Okay. So side view, it will be placed on this plane. So this plane, it is meant, this plane, that means I'm talking about the isometric plane. It is meant for, which is there on the left of the origin. It is meant for side view to think upon. And then same procedure for getting the top view, free end, from the free end, we are going to get line. It is parallel to the, it is parallel to which dimension? This is now width. This also it is going to be width. And the free ends of the drawn line, those we are going to join. So this dimension, as we know, it is length. So this also will be length, length and width, that is length and width. That means we are talking about top view. So the third plane, third isometric plane, it is talking about top view. I hope that whatever we are talking about, this I said that it is isometric plane 1. This one is isometric plane 2. And this is isometric plane 3. So isometric planes, this is another term, what we see. So how many planes we get? Again, quickly type your answer there in the chat box. In isometric box, how many isometric planes we are going to get? In isometric box, how many isometric planes we observe? You will write your answer in the chat box. Press the button, I'll get the answer and I'll come to know what is your understanding. So how many planes we get? Yes. Very good. Three planes we get. Aditya is saying 3 planes. Sahil is also saying 3 planes. Correct. So these 3 planes, out of that, one plane we said it is meant for the front view to place. Second plane, we are saying that it is meant for one of the side view. It may be right hand side view or it may be left hand side view, that is to place. And third one will be for top view to place. Right. There are 3 isometric axes. Which are these axes? So that also, again, I will mark. So this is the height axis. 3 lines which are going to come out from the origin. This one is length axis. And on the left, it is going to come on this width axis. So what we said is that there is height axis in the upward direction, in the right direction with reference to origin. we get length axis, and on the left we get width axis. And what are these axes? So that name also we must be in a position to speak whenever there is a viva. We need to come out with the right answer. So what we say, it is isometric axis. But because those are multiple in number, that is more than 2, so we call them isometric axis. Okay. So that is how this construction of the, see, these are two-dimensional picture, 2D. This is also, it is a 2D view. But finally, what we get here is 3D picture of a given object. 3 dimensions, those are possible to see. And last time I said that maximum, how many number of views are possible for any object? For any given object, how many number of views are possible? How many number of views are possible when we talk about any given object? Yes, anyone? How many number of views are possible? So total maximum, you can say, for any object, the maximum number of views, those are possible for any observer to see. Those are 6 in number. How these are 6? So for that, again, we need to look at this figure. Looking from front, 1 view. Looking from side, left hand side, that is second view. Looking from the top, third view. Looking from right, fourth view. Looking from the back end, that is another view. And looking from the bottom, so how many arrows are drawn?
6.
So 6 number of views are possible, maximum for any given object. Last time we said that 6 number of views are possible. But out of that, either 2 views are given or 3 views are given in the question. And they are saying that with the available 2 or 3 views, we are going to convert, we are supposed to convert our picture into 3-dimensional picture of a given object. So again, if I ask you, now this entire figure, to what level you have understood? Yes, I am talking with you. I want to give for your understanding some marks. So how many views are possible? Okay, tell me your understanding. For your understanding, how many marks you want to give? Huh. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Huh.
So
Yes.
it's
What is the
already,
time right now?
so time is 8:05. So
8:05. Okay, so again, just quickly, I'll just revise. So what we have seen today is how to think about the isometric box. This is the basic tool. As we work on this topic, we know that there is a difference between view and the projection. So all these points we need to remember, and we will again continue our discussion in the next class. In between, you go through the notes which are already given to you in our WhatsApp group. Thank you. With this, Jai Hind. I would like to conclude.
Thank you,
Based on
sir.
your request, and
Thank
we will meet each other in the next class.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So you can end the meeting.